Welcome to the lecture on international business. In this lecture, we are going to cover meaning of international business, objectives, scope, and importance of international business, globalization and its drivers, and modes of entry into international business. So, let's start with the very basic meaning of international business. International means beyond the country, across national boundaries. Business is an activity related to production, distribution, purchase, and sale of goods and services. So, business can be classified into industry and commerce. Production and distribution takes place at industry. There are three sectors covered under industry: primary, secondary, and tertiary. Commerce can be further classified into trade and aid to trade. Trade means purchase and sale of goods and services. And aid to trade means helps. The factors which helps to trade is called as aid to trade. So what are the factors that helps to trade? Communication, transportation, advertising, banking, insurance, warehousing, etc. Trade can be further divided into internal trade and external trade. Internal trade means purchase and sale of goods and services from within the country. It means domestic business. And external trade means international business. Purchase and sale of goods and services from beyond the country. So it also includes import and exports. Import means purchase of goods and services from foreign country, and export means selling the goods and services to the foreign country. In today's scenario, the meaning of international business is not limited to trade in goods and services, but it also includes capital, technology, and knowledge. So, international business refers to the trade of goods and services, technology, capital, knowledge across the national border. What are the objectives of international business? First point, business expansion. Now, even a small business organization wants to expand the business from local to national and international business for growth opportunity. Second, profit advantage. International business can be more profitable than domestic business. When domestic prices are lower, a business firm can earn more profit by selling their products to the country where prices are high. Third point, to earn foreign exchange. A business organization can earn foreign currency by exporting, and the currency can be usable at the time of import. Next, optimum utilization of resources. The basic principle of international business says that produce what your country can produce more efficiently and trade the surplus production. Efficiency reduces the cost of production, wastages, and improves the quality and production quantity. Fifth point, to spread The business risk. Business risk means chances of loss. A business organization can reduce the chances of loss by selling the goods and services in the international market. Say, for example, if recession is going on in the country, then there will be loss in the domestic market. But if the business sells goods and services beyond the nation in the foreign market also, then the loss of the domestic market can be set off against the profit in the international market. Next topic, scope of international business. First point, merchandise export and import. Merchandise refers to tangible goods which can be seen or touched. So, merchandise export means selling the goods from domestic country to international market, and merchandise import means purchasing the goods from another country. Next, services export and import. Services are intangible, which cannot be seen or touched, such as professional services, doctors, lawyers, etc. So, when a doctor comes to India for surgery or operational purpose, it is called services import. And when domestic doctor goes to foreign country for providing their services, so it is called services export. Next, licensing and franchising. These two terms are used while permitting another party in a foreign country to produce and sell goods under your trademark, patents, or copyrights. And last, foreign investment. When a domestic company invests into the assets of foreign country company, it is called foreign direct investment. And when domestic company invest into the shares and other securities of foreign country company, it is called portfolio investment. So foreign investment can be FDI, foreign direct investment, or FPI, foreign portfolio investment. The term direct investment is used when a domestic company invests into the business of another country company, and when domestic company purchases the shares of another country company, it is called foreign portfolio investment. Let's discuss some terminology with respect to international business. Domestic company. When a business organization operates within the country and it does not export or import goods and services, it is called domestic company. No export import. International company. When the business organization operates from domestic country and it exports the unsold product to outside the country, is called international company. The goods and services will remain unchanged. Multinational company. These companies operates in multiple countries and customizes the products as per the requirement of foreign market. For example, in India, McDonald's and Domino's they don't sell beef products due to the cultural environment. Next, global companies. It has its subsidiary in many countries. And last, transnational company. Each local business unit has its own decision making power. For example, Thumbs Up. Its production and distribution operates in multiple nations, but the bottlers are from local market. Importance or advantages of international business. First point, international business helps in the expansion of the business. A person can expand the business from local to regional, national, and international market. It helps in employment generation to meet the requirement of overseas customers. The business organization need to produce more quantity, and to produce more quantity, it will require more employees. International business helps in exchange of goods and services, capital, technology beyond the boundaries. So it will help in economic growth. Next, new product innovation. International business helps to enter into new market where competition already exists. So to survive into a competitive market, business organization need to regularly innovate the product. Next, large scale production. The business organization need to utilize the available resources to the fullest to meet the large scale production and distribution. Technological knowledge. International business helps in export and import of technological knowledge. As the technology transfers from one country to another, it requires to transfer the technological knowledge also. Export earning. It means earning foreign exchange. Last, brand building. It helps to build the reputation into international market. Next topic, globalization. It refers to the process of integration of world market into one large market. Here, the term integration means to come together. There is no geographical or national boundaries. Features of globalization. Due to globalization, there is rapid improvement in technology. Capital mobility. Capital mobility means investment from one country to another. Similarly, there is labor mobility. An employee can also be transferred from one country to another. Next, due to rapid growth in logistics, there is improved transport. Next, there is reduction in tariffs. Tariff means trade barriers. These are the government restrictions on quality and quantity of goods and services. Last point, narrowing difference between domestic market and international market. Due to globalization, it becomes very easy to purchase and sell the goods and services or to make any transactions from any part of the world. What are the driving forces of globalization? Countries all over the world are undergoing a fundamental shift in the way they produce and supply. The national economy, which were so far pursuing a goal of self-reliance, are now becoming dependent upon others. Due to increase in cross-border trade and investment, countries are no more isolated. The primary reason behind this is technological development, communication development, and transportation development. The emergence of new modes of communication and development of faster and efficient mode of transportation have brought nations closer to one another. The countries which were apart from each other due to geographical boundaries and socio-cultural factors are now interacting with each other. Reduction in barriers to trade and investment. Previously, there were more restrictions to make any cross-border transactions, but now it has been reduced to some extent. Economic liberalization. With the introduction of new industrial policies in the year 1991, the government has removed all the unwanted trade barriers. Last point, emergence of global consumer segment. There will be high demand from the world market, so business organization can earn higher income. What are the modes of entry available to enter into international market? But before that, let's discuss what are the factors to be analyzed before entering into international market. First, competition level. Next, investment required. Next, return on investment expected. Next, SWOT analysis. A businessman need to identify its strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats before entering into international market. Strengths and weaknesses can be identified by analyzing internal environment, and opportunities and threats can be identified by analyzing external environment. A business organization can enter into foreign market by way of exporting the goods, licensing, franchising, joint venture, merger and acquisition, contract manufacturing, or turnkey project. Let's discuss each point one by one. First point, exporting. It means production in home country. Home country means domestic market, and selling to foreign market. It is the oldest and easiest way to enter into international market. No risk involved because there is no requirement of additional capital investment. There are two types of exporting: direct export, indirect export. When the domestic business organization sells the goods to international market without the help of agent or distributor or intermediary, it is called as direct export. And if business organization distributes the goods and services or sells the goods and services with the help of agent or distributor, it is called as indirect export. So in direct export, there are no agents or distributors involved, but in case of indirect export, there is an involvement of agent or distributor. For example, India exports pearls, precious metals, cars, etc. Next point, licensing. It is an agreement between two or more parties to use goods and services. In other words, it is a granting permission by licensor to licensing. There are two parties involved: licensor and licensee. Licensor is a person who gives permission to use the goods and services. Licensee is the person who pays the fees to use the product. There are many license agreements available in the market. For example, software license agreement, trademark, patent or copyright license agreement, research collaboration agreement, technological license agreement, etc. Similar to licensing, there is a term franchising, which includes two parties, franchisor and franchisee. Franchisor is the person who establishes the brand, trademark, and business system. Franchisee is the person who pays two types of fees: initial fees and royalty fees for right to do business under franchisor name and system. What are the characteristics of franchising? First point, royalty. The fees given by franchisee to franchisor is royalty fees. Next, license. Franchisor gives approval to use brand name to franchisee. Next, training. Franchisor provides training to the employees to make standard production. Next, policies. Both the parties enter into agreement for limited period of time. Next, marketing and technological support. The marketing and technological support is provided by the franchisor. Joint venture. Venture means business. It is a temporary business or temporary agreement between parties. Joint venture is a temporary agreement between parties who comes together for a specific target for mutual benefits who have complementary resources such as goods and services, money, technology, expertise, etc. These parties are called co-venturers. It can involve private company, government company, and foreign company. There can be agreement between private company and government company, or government company and foreign company, or private company and foreign company. They come together for a definite purpose and they get separated. For example, Maruti Suzuki. In the year 1982, Maruti, an Indian company, came into joint venture with Suzuki company, which was Japanese company, and produced Maruti Suzuki. Currently, ICICI Lombard General Insurance Company, in which ICICI is Indian company and Lombard is foreign company. What are the objectives or features of joint venture? Business expansion. When a domestic company enters into foreign market in joint venture with foreign company, it gets benefit of business expansion. Next, there are two types of joint venture: short term and long term joint venture. Cost effective. When two or more companies come together to run a business, then the production, distribution, and marketing expense will be distributed among all the venturers. So the cost will be less. Next, investment and profit sharing ratio. All the co-venturers will invest into the business and they share profit and losses in the agreed proportion. Merger and acquisition. Merger is a process whereby two or more companies mutually come together and form new legal venture. For example, company A and company B comes together to form company AB. Say for example, Vodafone Idea. Vodafone is an international business and Idea is a domestic business. They both come together to form a Vodafone Idea. And Acquisition means to purchase or take over. When one company takes over the business property of another company, it is called acquisition. For example, Tata Motors acquired Land Rover and Jaguar company from Ford in the year 2008. So acquisition means when the one company takes over the assets and liabilities of another company by minimum 51% share. Next, contract manufacturing. When a foreign firm hires a local manufacturer to produce their product or part of the product. For example, Apple company purchases the mobile screen from Samsung company. So it is a kind of contract manufacturing. Apple Mobile is another company who purchases the part of the product from another company. So it is a contract manufacturing. Similarly, Apple purchases the processor from Intel. So both are different companies, but one company purchases or gives contract to another company to produce or manufacture a part of the product. So what is the benefit that Apple gets is reduction in cost of production. Turnkey projects. It is an agreement to carry out the project which includes design, create and equip the production facility and shift the project to the purchaser. When the project is completed or operational, it will be handed over to the purchaser. For example, turnkey hospitals, which would be building a complete medical center with installed equipments.